In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on October 13, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Wild versus Winnipeg Jets. A Central Division showdown between the Minnesota Wild and Winnipeg Jets is set for Sunday evening. The Wild, who started their season strong with a 3-2 win over the Columbus Blue Jackets on Thursday, were still gearing up for their Saturday night matchup against the Seattle Kraken at the time of writing. Meanwhile, the Jets, who remain unbeaten with a 2-0 record, secured a hard-fought 2-1 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks on Friday night, needing overtime to clinch the win. Winnipeg will be looking to keep their momentum going as they take on the Wild. The Jets hold a distinct advantage in this matchup, primarily because they had the benefit of a day off on Saturday after their home game on Friday. With no travel involved and an extra day of rest, Winnipeg comes into this game more refreshed than Minnesota, who will be playing their second game in 2 nights and their third in just 4 days. Additionally, after their Saturday night game in Seattle, the Wild had to travel to Winnipeg, which could further add to their fatigue. Winnipeg, who has won 5 consecutive meetings against Minnesota, is also known for being tough to beat on their home ice. The Wild, potentially battling both physical fatigue and depth concerns, might find it difficult to keep pace with the well-rested Jets. Winnipeg's defensive prowess has already been on display this season, as they shut out the Edmonton Oilers and limited the Blackhawks to just 1 goal. Last season, Winnipeg dominated this head-to-head matchup, sweeping the season series 4-0. 3 of those 4 wins came by a margin of 2 goals or more, underscoring the Jets' superiority. While Minnesota's goaltending rotation was effective last year, it didn't necessarily elevate them to contender status. The Wild, coming off a Saturday night game, will now face their first back-to-back scenario of the season, which could be problematic. On the other hand, Winnipeg has been enjoying the comfort of home and will benefit from an extra day of rest. The Jets have already demonstrated their ability to win both high-scoring and tightly contested games, adding to their edge. Although Minnesota may turn to Filip Gustavsson in goal, who has been solid, there are still questions surrounding their offensive capabilities. Furthermore, the Wild struggled in back-to-back situations last season, while Winnipeg has shown resilience and consistency, especially on home ice. For these reasons, the Winnipeg Jets money line is our full game side pick. Heading into Saturday night's game, Minnesota had seen the under-hit in their only game of the season so far. The Wild season opener against the Blue Jackets featured a total of 5 goals, and Sunday marks their first road game of the 2024-2025 season. Last year, Minnesota averaged 6.17 total goals per game when playing on the road, finishing with a 19-18-4 record in those contests. On the other side, Winnipeg has also seen the under cash in 2 games this season, with 1 game pushing. The Jets are averaging 4.5 goals per game this season, and their Friday night home opener against Chicago saw just 3 total goals scored. In their 4 meetings last season, the over-under split 1-1-2, with an average of 6.5 combined goals per game. The Jets have gotten off to their best start in 9 seasons, showing a well-balanced performance across their first 2 wins. However, their home opener saw them adopt a more defensive style of play, which proved successful, even though more offensive production might have been preferable. This defensive approach is something they are likely to lean on moving forward. As for Minnesota, playing on Saturday night and then immediately traveling overnight could lead to some fatigue, which may impact their legs in Sunday's game. However, their goaltending situation remains solid regardless of who they decide to start. Given Minnesota's potential fatigue and Winnipeg's strong defensive play, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Kraken versus Dallas Stars. The Seattle Kraken are set to complete the second game of a back-to-back series this Sunday when they visit the Dallas Stars, who will also be playing their second game in 2 days. Seattle enters this contest with a 0-1-0 record after suffering a 3-2 defeat against the St. Louis Blues in their season opener. On the other hand, Dallas began their season on a positive note, boasting a 1-0 record after securing a 4-3 victory over the Nashville Predators. Before traveling to Dallas, Seattle Seattle will face off against the Minnesota Wild on Saturday evening. Meanwhile, the Stars will be hosting the New York Islanders at home on Saturday before taking on the Kraken the following day. In their season opener, Dallas allowed more goals than they would have liked, conceding 3 to Nashville. However, their offensive firepower compensated with 4 goals to secure the win. Seattle, by contrast, managed to score only 2 goals in their opening loss to St. Louis. Including last season, Seattle has now lost 5 of their last 6 games overall, along with 6 of their previous 9 road games and 4 of their last 5 matchups against Minnesota. With both teams facing the challenge of back-to-back games, the situation appears to favor Dallas, as both of their games will be played on home ice, while Seattle has to contend with travel and 2 road games in a row. Dallas goalie Jake Oettinger was tested with 36 shots in their opener, conceding 3 goals, but the Stars' defense is expected to show improvement when they face Seattle on Sunday. Although the Seattle Kraken are a relatively new team in the NHL, they have already developed several intense rivalries. Unfortunately for them, this matchup against the Stars hasn't been one of those, as Dallas has dominated the series. In their last 10 head-to-head meetings, the Stars have a commanding 7-3 record against the Kraken. This success includes a perfect 3-0 record last season, and Dallas has won 5 straight home games against Seattle, outscoring them 18-9 in those contests. With both teams coming off back-to-back games, the advantage typically goes to the home team, and the Kraken's energy might be further drained after a shootout game. The Stars are known for their strong defensive play, especially at home, and they have now won 4 consecutive games against Seattle, outscoring them 12-5 over that span. Given Jake Oettinger's excellent early season form, the Stars are the more reliable pick, especially as we're still assessing teams early in the season. For these reasons, the Dallas Stars to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While both teams have shown solid offensive play early this season, the goaltending, particularly that of Jake Oettinger, will likely be the deciding factor in this matchup. The Dallas Stars have been stingy defensively when playing at home against Seattle, allowing fewer than 2 goals per game in their last 5 home matchups with the Kraken, all of which featured Oettinger in net. As for the Kraken, the under has hit in 6 of their last 10 games overall, with 3 or fewer goals scored in 7 of those contests. Similarly, the under has been favorable for the Stars, with the total staying under in 6 of their last 10 games, and they've allowed more than 3 goals only twice during that stretch. Looking at recent trends, the total has gone under in 6 of Seattle's last 8 games, and in 8 of the last 10 games they've played against teams from the Central Division. For Dallas, the total has finished under in 12 of their last 18 home games. Although Oettinger gave up 3 goals in the season opener, he's expected to stifle Seattle's offense on Sunday. Likewise, the Kraken allowed 3 goals in their opener, but with both teams playing the second game of a back-to-back, the pace may slow down, leading to fewer scoring opportunities. Given these factors, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Calgary Flames versus Edmonton Oilers. The Calgary Flames are set to hit the road for a highly anticipated matchup against the Edmonton Oilers at Rogers Place. Calgary enters the game with an undefeated record of 2-0, while Edmonton has struggled out of the gate, starting their season 0-2-0. Last regular season, these two rivals faced off 4 times, with Edmonton emerging victorious in 3 of those meetings. This sets the stage for another intense battle between 2 teams with a deep history. The Oilers have historically found success against the Flames, winning 3 out of 4 matchups in the previous regular season. In fact, Edmonton has dominated Calgary in recent years, winning 8 of their last 10 meetings. Offensively, Edmonton was one of the strongest teams in the league last season, finishing 4th in goals per game and leading the league in shots per game. Connor McDavid, Edmonton's star forward, was pivotal to their success, tallying 132 points, which ranked him 3rd overall in the NHL. With such a potent offense, Edmonton has often managed to overwhelm Calgary, and despite their slow start, their offensive firepower could make a difference in this rivalry matchup. Calgary, on the other hand, is riding a wave of momentum as they enter this contest. The Flames secured another win on Saturday, and they will look to capitalize on Edmonton's early season struggles. Despite their recent woes, the Oilers have the kind of talent that can flip a game in their favor, especially in a rivalry matchup like this. Edmonton has been outscored 11-2 across their first 2 games, but facing their longtime rivals could be just the spark they need to turn things around. Although there are concerns about Edmonton's goaltending situation, with Skinner in net, the Oilers still possess significantly more talent than Calgary, so the Edmonton Oilers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Although it is still early in the season, things have been bleak for Edmonton so far. The Oilers were shut out 6-0 in their season and home opener against the Winnipeg Jets, followed by a disappointing 5-2 loss to a youthful Chicago Blackhawks squad. In contrast, the Flames have been firing on all cylinders, with a perfect 2-0 record and an impressive 12 goals scored. While the Oilers will likely come into this game with a sense of urgency, their poor performances in the first 2 games make it difficult to feel confident in their ability to secure a victory. That being said, it's reasonable to expect Edmonton's offense to rebound, given their need for a win and Calgary's occasional defensive lapses. However, Edmonton's defense has been shaky, conceding 11 goals in just 2 games, while Calgary has been scoring with ease. Until Edmonton shows improvement, this trend may continue. Calgary's offense came out strong in their season opener on Wednesday night, where they scored 6 goals in an exciting overtime victory. 5 players each tallied 2 points, and 4 different players recorded both a goal and an assist, showcasing their balanced offensive attack. Meanwhile, Edmonton, despite their recent struggles, was an offensive powerhouse last season, ranking 4th in goals per game and 1st in shots per game. Connor McDavid, once again, was the focal point of their attack, finishing the season with 132 points, good enough for 3rd in the league. Given both teams' offensive capabilities, this game has all the makings of a high-scoring affair. Both the Oilers and Flames should be able to find the back of the net multiple times, resulting in a high-energy contest. As a result, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Anaheim Ducks versus Vegas Golden Knights. The Anaheim Ducks are set to take on the Vegas Golden Knights, with both teams eager to kick off the season on a high note. The Ducks secured an impressive win on the road in their first game, while the Golden Knights have already won their first 2 matchups and are aiming for a 3-0 start. Both teams are striving to gain early momentum in the highly competitive Pacific Division, and this game promises to be an exciting contest as they look to establish themselves as strong contenders. In the 2023-2024 season, the Vegas Golden Knights held a 15-19 record against the puck line as home favorites. Meanwhile, the Anaheim Ducks have a solid 4-2 record against the puck line in their last 6 games against the Golden Knights. Both teams are starting goaltenders who are new to their respective franchises, which may introduce an element of unpredictability. James Reimer is an upgrade for the Ducks in goal compared to their recent netminders, whereas Ilya Samsonov, despite his talent, had some inconsistent performances last season with the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Golden Knights should be considered the favorites heading into this matchup, as they are the more well-rounded team, playing at home and benefiting from a rest advantage. The Ducks, who are still in a rebuilding phase, are coming off a game played just the night before. However, it's worth noting that Anaheim has been a profitable choice for bettors since the end of last season and has won its last 3 games against Vegas, outscoring them 13-5 during that stretch. Additionally, the Ducks have won 3 of their last 4 games when listed as underdogs of plus 200 or more, so the Anaheim Ducks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In terms of the over-under, the Golden Knights had a 14-20 record as home favorites in 2023-2024, while the Ducks have a 2-4 record in their last 6 meetings with Vegas. Ilya Samsonov, with a perfect 2-0 record, has excelled against Anaheim, posting a goals against average of 1.44 and a save percentage of .952 in those games. While Anaheim may struggle to generate offense, they have shown an ability to limit their opponent's shot opportunities. This, combined with James Reimer's solid presence in goal, makes under the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.